Today, I want to talk to the producers that are stuck in the YouTube loop, uploading beats week after week and just hoping one goes viral, but never breaking past that wall into real business, real relationships, and real money. If that's you, this video is going to change the way you look at the entire game. I'm Eben, a platinum producer that's produced for Rod Wave, Lil Durk, Young and Ace, K-Camp, the list goes on. I've also been able to sell thousands of beats and sound kits on the internet. Now, most producers won't make it past YouTube beats, not because they're not talented, but it's because they don't think like real business owners. Now, granted, there is a small percentage of producers that really can just post on YouTube, drive enough traffic, and make a living just doing that, but that's not the reality for most of us. Most producers are uploading hundreds of beats on YouTube and are getting no views, no comments, and no sales. And when this happens, most people start to question their talent, but it's not your talent, it is your strategy. YouTube is great, it's free traffic and it's exposure, but that's all it really is. And from that one traffic source, if you don't have the systems in place to turn that traffic into clients, relationships, and sales, even if you do catch a video that pops off, you're just making noise in a crowded room. So with that being said, let's not make YouTube the end all be all. At some point, you gotta step off the platform and start outreach, DMing artists, building personal connections, and locking in with people who actually fit your sound. First and foremost, you have to get out of the mindset of chasing placements and just praying that a big artist will find your beat. You have to start being intentional, which means you have to study artists that match your sound, especially smaller signed artists or independent artists that are building momentum. And even in my own experience, every placement that I've ever gotten, I intentionally sought out the producers I wanted to work with and just focused on making good music, knowing that those connections could possibly bring something more. And I made sure that the connections I made were with producers that matched my sound. And honestly, that's how real placements happen, not luck. Alignment. And don't get me wrong, I know it's uncomfortable to reach out to artists and producers in the DM, but that's what separates the producers that really make progress and the ones that stay stagnant. You can't wait for someone to discover you. That's a fantasy. You have to create your own opportunities, and you are the creator of your own destiny. My next point is that you want to create the most assets possible from every single cook-up. I use the analogy that every time you open up your DAW and create something, it's all real estate. What I mean by this is every time you create something from scratch, I want you to save the MIDI. I want you to save drum textures. I want you to save presets that you use from your plugins, even drum sounds that you may use that you might tweak a little bit, put it to the side and save it. Anything you do that makes your sound unique, put it to the side into kits and packs. That's passive income. That's brand building. I can't tell you how many kits that I made in 2020 and 2021 that still passively sell to this very day. Another huge mindset shift is to stop thinking of everyone as competition. You don't have to have a scarcity mindset when it comes to collabing with people or reaching out because you feel like they might take your opportunities or that they might not give you an opportunity. To be honest, the best beats you'll make and even the placements you'll get, most likely you will never create those alone. Collaboration can take you places that you never could by yourself. And with that being said, you have to start thinking about optimization. Think of it like this. There's only 24 hours in a day. You can't outwork everyone forever by yourself, but you can out-optimize them. Some producers are burning 12-hour days just making beats and not seeing results. They didn't create a post. They didn't reach out to any new producers. They didn't reach out to any new artists to work with. They probably didn't even check their email. That's not dedication, it's inefficiency. So set up systems for outreach, schedule content in advance, automate where you can, delegate where you can. And all this is working smarter, not harder. And if I had to call it anything, that's what separates the hobbyist from the person that's making beats full time. It's all about building some form of consistency. If that looks like you uploading one video a week or dropping a beat once every other day, or even setting aside 20 minutes on Instagram where you're going to reach out to artists that fit your sound, all of that can significantly improve where you are, but you got to stick to it. And the best way to do that is to build a schedule that actually fits your life. If you know you're not the type of person to sit down and make 10 beats, don't make that a daily goal, because then you're just going to get discouraged and beat yourself up because you're not going to hit it. You got to be realistic with yourself. You don't have to post every day. You just have to post with intention. Show your progress, show your sound, reach out, be authentic, and that's how people buy into you. And most importantly, value your art. Stop pricing your beats and kits based on what you think people can afford. Price your art based on the value you bring, the quality of your sound, and the results that you can deliver. So continue learning and improving your sound and upgrading your ear and your sound selection. People are only going to give you what you ask for. For example, if there's an artist that really likes one of your beats and he asks you how much it is, and you tell this artist, I want $20 for this beat, he's going to give you $20. Or you could say, I want $200 for this beat, and he'll give you that too. So people will give you what you demand, and it's based on what you think you're worth. So if you're serious about doing this, stop thinking of yourself as a bedroom producer and start thinking like an entrepreneur. All this stuff is a lot of work, and granted, success does not happen overnight. But if you stick to consistency and you keep building this thing up brick by brick, success has no choice but to show up. So build systems, build relationships, and build momentum. That's how you turn a laptop and a dream into a full-time living. And trust me, if I could do it, you can too. If you want more one-on-one advice, there's going to be a link in the description, and you can hop on a coaching call with me, and we'll assess where you are with your career and see what adjustments we need to make to get you those results in your music career that you're looking for. Stay blessed.